This is Swati, a professional Scrum Master. Today we are going to discuss about estimation and sizing in Scrum. What is the challenge according to you with current way of working? What do you know about Agile and Scrum estimation? What problem is it you are trying to solve? We have challenges when we are working here as a Scrum Master. We have challenges we are working as a Scrum developer. We have challenges when you're working as a product owner, even as a stakeholder. So what are those challenges, from where it arises? What is the solution you are bringing? On today's date, Agile and Scrum, major of the project organization is dealing with them, and they are opting this culture for Agile and Scrum. They are following the principle of Agile, individual and interaction over processes and tool, collaboration with the stakeholder, working software rather than the documentation. They are emphasized on agility, not only the responding to following the plan. We Agile is an umbrella. We have multiple framework in that, and Scrum is one of the booming framework where organization are opting that. Scrum is having their own values, principle, and today we are going to look on a quick note that how estimation we are going to do in Scrum board and in Scrum framework or Agile uh, framework. Let's start. So estimation using Jira. What is Jira? What is the basic concept and the key and feature, right? Okay, so see, for estimation, usually organization is using a board of tool Jira and Azure DevOps. There are multiple tools, agile tools, the Rally, uh, etc., etc. But usually Jira is one of the famous tool, and Azure DevOps is one of the famous tool, and organization is using to do the estimation. So what is Jira, and what are the benefits to go estimation in that? So Jira is a web-based, it is a product from Atlassian, and project team choose Jira to manage an organized task and assign work to the team member. They follow the team activity. So project task will be there, bug will be there, change requests will be there, right? Tickets will be there, requirement management will be there. So Jira can be used anywhere. Project management, workflow, test management, requirement management, anywhere. There are various level can be categorized with Jira concept, and we can look into that one by one in the further slide. We will understand what is the uh, key feature in that, and the benefit, that is your workflow, high availability, effective report generation you can do from Jira. It is very easy to integrate with the other tool, and very flexible in the planning, in tracking, managing the progress of the work, right? So in nutshell, Jira is very useful, and it is used for estimation and sizing. uh, so what exactly we are using in agile estimation and a story point, right? And so first of all, let me jump into the third point, agile planning and poker in Jira for Scrum. So what we will do, we will go to Jira, and there you can um, there is a drop down. When you click on admin, there is a drop down, and there you can install this app of agile Poker Enterprise for Jira. It is a free trial. You can download and install this app in your system, and in your right hand side in Jira you will be having this tool Agile Poker. It is used to do the sizing and estimation, and we use Agile Poker Enterprise for Jira, which is very much available in Atlassian marketplace for estimating the story point and do this activity. So this estimation, this happen in refinement and grooming session. It is a product owner that drive the requirement, and he do the prioritization of the product backlog. User story can often be uh, uh, defined. So usually how it will be happen, they will choose a relative uh, way to prefer and do this planning poker estimation. An estimation done by, in a more accurate way, individual and as a team. And the scrum master work hard to ensure that team does not overcome it within a sprint. So it should be the genuine figure. Whenever the sizing will come 8 or 13, we consider this as a EP, not as a user story, because that need to be broken down into more smaller chunks. So usually in day-to-day basis we commit for 5, and team member can accordingly, commit and start working on the PBIs to deliver the result with the given sprint and based on their collective capacity. So how we will do the task breakdown? So many of the team choose to break down the user story, because in a form of user story the requirements comes in, and the user story into broken down into a set of tasks that is needed to implement the particular work or application, and they update the status of these tasks during the sprint to track the progress. We have a detailed video on a Scrum model and Jira and Azure DevOps. So you can, and in fact, with the practical, sizing with using of Excel, so you can definitely go through that. So after estimation of user story, the team will commit user story for a particular sprint. Then they will start the sprint, and during the sprint planning meeting, the team will examine the stories at top of the backlog and determine that what they can commit to complete uh, during the sprint. And based on this information, uh, uh, if any user story will consider as 13 or something, then product owner will break those user story into a smaller story, and then that adjusted story prioritize will be doing that. Otherwise the work of the team will be so that the work of the team will be defined as ideal, and the sprint will get started and moved into the other activities of the Scrum workflow. Okay, now let me show you. So let me take an example. So see, we have a team, we have a developer A, then a tester, very quick and short example, and then you have one DB and one UI developer. Okay, so you have 4 people in your Scrum team, and you are into a refining session. So you are having a user story one, okay, where you are working on an application, a website, where you need to create a header. Your user story one, you need to create an header. The acceptance criteria, that in a header you should have a search bar, a moving pane, uh, your other pages, and the navigation bar. You are having a user story 2 with the body, where you have multiple option what client is looking for, the order details or the master data with your vendor or a customer. Now your user story 3 is your footer of your website, and where you have a tagline, and you have to give a logo. You can give in a footer or a header anywhere. Okay, so this is your requirement, and we have 4 people. Now when you are into refinement session and you are doing the estimation, so we will actually fix the reference point. Okay, you are going to fix a reference point that is called a relative estimation in your Scrum. Okay, so that is your sorry, my handwriting. So this is your reference, okay, let me just erase this. So this is your reference point. I was about to write the relative estimation. Okay, so you have taken a reference point, and this is based on relative estimation. So what you will do for a particular user story, your one member will say no, it will take 30 hours. Okay, how much it will take? It will take 30 hours, and you will work on a Fibonacci series, because this, based on this Fibonacci series, you are going to do the estimation. What is the Fibonacci series? The sum of the previous number, 0, 1, then 0 plus 1, that is 1, 1 plus 1, that is your 2, then 2 plus 1, that is your 3, then 3 plus 2, that is your 5, and so on, right? So like this is your Fibonacci series, and what you have taken, that for 30 hours, what you have taken for 30 hours, you have a story point, say 3. Okay, so for 30 hours, you have a story point for 3. Okay, and like that, you are going to decide for 2 for 20, 5 for 50, like that. So your one member will say it will be a 30, other member will say I will take 32 hours to complete. Then other member will say no, I'll take 25, right? And like that. So what they will do, they will discuss that what is the complexity, what is the effort you are going to take, what is the capacity you have, and what this user story, how much size should be taken. So for 30, what we will do here, the minimum figure is 25, highest figure is 32. Okay, so what we will do, we will take a consideration of middle finger, that is your 30 R in a first planning poker round, and we will take a story point as a 3. Okay, now one of the developer, your UI developer will say, or your DB person will say, no, this particular user story, we have additional work to do, and it will take more than 30 hours. It is actually 40. Okay, other person will again put his own thought, and they will say it can take 50. Okay, the other person will say it will take 55. So here what story point we will choose, and like this the few rounds of planning poker will go. They will discuss on the particular work, how much effort is it going to take, what is the complexity, and like that they will choose one reference point. So in the second round, the middle finger is 50. Okay, so the story point will be what they will take, they will take this 5 as a reference point. Okay, so 5 will be the highest story point, and we will take between now 1 now between 1 to 5, we are going to relate the story point, what is our effort and complexity. So 5 is your reference point, reference story point. Okay, so like that, you have 3 user story, so you have given a story point as 5. This, see, again here it depends, like you have less work to do in the header, but the logic and complexity is more, then your story point will be on a higher side, that is your 5. Now you have more work to do in creating a body of the website, but the logic is less. So the again, when user story will get divided into tasks, so it will be divided into, means that work will be, say it will be 3. The story point they have chosen as 3 based on the effort and the complexity. If any uncertainty will come, that considering everything, so this is your 3. Now as per the footer, what they said, no, this can be done 2 or 1, anything. So whenever you have a user story of 1, it should be done in a 1 day. Okay, or less than that, actually 3 hour, 4 hour, 5 hour, depends on the team capacity. And like that they will divide. You have a sprint, say 2 week of a sprint, you have 10 days now. Okay, how many days you have? You have 10 days. Then what is your number of hour will be? So per person you have 4 person, so productive hour will be around 60. We will take consideration of 6.5 hour, excluding your ceremonies and everything, and that will become around 65 hours. Okay, 65 hours for 10 days for one person. Accordingly we will 65 into 4, that will be your maximum capacity, sorry, your total capacity of your these 4 people. So this is your team capacity. Okay, this is your team capacity. And if we include the productive and non-productive hour, that will be your maximum capacity. Like that, with team capacity and the maximum capacity, we can actually calculate the velocity, projected velocity of the team also. So here 5 plus 3 plus 2, so 10 is your story point, right? What is the velocity of this but this full sprint, they have taken these 3 user story. Okay, they have taken some these many hours. Based on this capacity, they are completing these 3 user story of 10. So 10 story point, that is your velocity. Okay, that is your velocity. This is your velocity. And what you will do, based on, if you have say, you have say 5 sprint. Okay, so based on that they will calculate. If you have velocities here 10, then again you have 20, then again 22, then 30, 32, like that. So based on that, your velocity of sprint 1 plus velocity of sprint 2 plus velocity of sprint 3 plus velocity of sprint 4 plus velocity of sprint 5 divided by 5 number of sprint, that is your average velocity of entire this thing. And as per the constant pace, if your team is able to work on 10 story point in every sprint, or say now this is sprint 10 and next sprint is 20 and then again 22 and then again it's coming, something 30. So it all depends on the effort. So you will be having a sustainable pace and your team will be lie down on a particular velocity. Okay, so like this you are going to do the estimation. So what you did in your estimation, you have chosen how many hours and effort. So it is based on the effort and complexity. You have chosen a relative story point, right? You have chosen a relative story point. In that you have chosen the particular story point, and this 10 is your story point, which is the velocity. Like that you have did the estimation, and you have also calculated in how many days you are going to perform this thing, right? So you have seen how agile estimate. And in the same way, every sprint is a lesson learned from the previous one, right? So in your retrospective you will look how your last sprint went, what improvement is required, what is the individual and interaction, what is the processes and tool you have followed, what maximum improvement you have taken, and according to that you will adapt your definition of done in your next sprint. So like this, agile estimation and retrospective is connected. So when you do the estimation in the next sprint, when you do the estimation in your next sprint, you will be more particular and you will take your previous, based on your past performance, you will going to do the estimation, right? So here I have taken an example, like you are in your sprint 3 and you have some 3 user story, and what is your story point? You have given 2, Okay, and then you have given 5 story point and then 2, so you have total 9, right? So in previous story point was 10, and again next you are going on 10 or 9, so your average velocity story point will be in that 9 10. If it is going between 20 30 like that, we need to calculate. So like this, the story point will get calculated based on the relative complexity, right? So you have number of issues 3, your estimation will be 9. So in agile estimation, what the product owner will do, product owner will collaborate with the development team. The product owner is tasked with prioritizing the backlog, the ordered list of the work that contain the short description of all desired feature, and it will be very good for estimation because product owner will give the insight on that particular user story, what effort will be given, what is the client priority, and according to that the team will involve, the developer, designer, tester, everyone will involve in that, and they will bring a different perspective on that particular work, then how this work is required to deliver this user story, and then they are going to estimate using the agile planning poker tool or t-shirt sizing, multiple agile delivery model, they are having a tool, they are going to estimate, they will estimate smarter way, right? So no individual task no individual will take a task based on number of hours, but will take on effort and complexity, because that was absolute estimation in previous time we were going to do, but when agile and scrum came into the picture, we are doing relative estimation. So number of tasks should be that should be at least more than 16 hours, and if you are using a story point, it may decided, right, you have some, as I said, like 13 point or a upper limit, then it will get broken down again. Okay, so you will estimate, based on that you will report on that, and then you will go into the sprint planning meeting. So whatever agile framework you choose, whatever board you choose, either agile, scrum, kanban, your software development, you will need a way to see your team progress so that you can plan the future work in a sprint. Agile project estimation, this estimation will help both the scrum and kanban team to understand their capacity, and the agile report show the team progress over the time. And this backlog grooming, what is happening, so it can happen any time of the sprint, and when we go into the sprint planning, so before that it will happen. So when we first time or any time when we go on a backlog grooming, it helps the project entire project to keep a list of the current work and keep it ready for the team to tackle in a sprint planning meeting, that is your DOR. So team will see, okay, this is my estimation, this is the number of user story that is doable and can be taken up, that is your DOR, and they will give their acceptance criteria, and also they will say yes for your DOD. So for Kanban, many teams set work in progress limit for each stage based on their previous experience and team size. And in Scrum, teams use project estimating to identify how much work can be done on a particular. So many agile team adopt unique estimation technique like planning poker or ideal hour or story point to determine a numeric value for the task at hand. So agile team point a reference to refer back to during a sprint retrospective to see how their team performed, and how Jira or Azure DevOps or any tool, that software can be customized to capture your team unique project estimation. Because in Jira it will be show that how you are using your estimation. There are various type of reports in there are various type of reports in Jira, and it is very helpful to create these matrices and keep a track on the project. Your burn down chart, your epic burn down, your epic report, release burn down, sprint report, velocity chart, version report. This is so. What is your burn down chart? It will show the actual and estimated amount of work to be done. Your remaining work will be your burn down chart. Your burn up chart will be your completed work, and your added work will be your burn up chart. Your epic burn down chart shows how your team is progressing against the work for that epic. So it will monitor the project product goal, that how your team is progressing towards the product goal. Your epic report will show the list of completed and incompleted or unestimated issue which is there in a project. Your release burn down will show how your team is progressing against the work towards your release. Your sprint report will show the list of issues in each sprint, that who all are their team member has handled, right? How they have handled, what is their velocity, and what are the list of issue in a particular sprint has been completed or incomplete. Your velocity chart will show the amount of work has been delivered in the sprint and enable you to predict the amount of work that team can get it done for the future sprint. So whenever you will go for the next, after retrospective for a planning, you will see your past performance and what improvement you can taken off and what went wrong in your last sprint and what work has been, loophole or bottleneck has happened. So your velocity chart will give you a sustainable pace. Okay, this is my capacity and this is my velocity and this is my story point estimation that can be done. Accordingly, that plan will happen. Your version report will show your team progress towards completion of your uh, version and every release. You also Jira provide a report that show a statistic for your project, and the report can be accessed directly from your project browser screen, and the report can be found from your project overview project screen in the Jira. So you have understood the estimation, you have understood the agile matrices, how you take this report and matrices and how it is useful in the Jira. So agile matrices, everyone, it is very important, and Scrum Master need to share with the leadership. It is very important for business and technology. It is very important the support to support organization. It is very important the stakeholder and the program sponsor. It is important for a product owner to monitor on the product goal. It is also important for a scrum team to keep a track on sprint goal and look forward for this progress. It is important for a scrum master to coach the team, or give the teaching on a particular area. The scrum master and the leads and the team member collaborate, and based on these matrices they move forward to achieve their goal. So this matrices, it is important to keep a track on work, and day to day basis it will also means help the project manager to work on ROI, return of investment, to look that what is the investment, what was my budget, what is the percentage profit has been given to organization and team, and what value it is getting delivering for a particular project. What good work, what quality has been done, what problem has arises, and what solution or a mitigation plan has been given, how we are improving, how we are doing the right things, who all are the participant, and how is the stakeholder is feeling about it, and how we have created the credibility with our stakeholder. This is one of the important point where actually it helped to build a business. Thank you so much for your time, and I hope you will like. I hope you have liked this video. So please click on a bell icon, like and subscribe. Thank you so much. See you soon.